Hello everyone, this is gonna be a beginner's guide on how to become King of Ireland, which is one of the easiest way to learn Crusader Kings 2 at the moment, I think. So yeah, let's jump right in. This strategy is gonna revolve around getting very high diplomatic skill and having a good Chancellor and then running a good economy and having enough gold to, yeah, well, buy everything you need to, um, well, get everything you want. So when you start a custom game, you can choose one of these um, nice little counties here. They're called chiefs in Ireland, so we could kind of take any chieftain we want, but if we already have one chief who has two counties, and it's well, it will give us a really nice start if we already have two counties. So I'm just gonna start off with this guy here, and we actually have the possibility of design our ruler here. So we can even change his name. He's gonna be called Noob. And the dynasty is gonna be called Noobinator. So yeah, his age is 16 and we don't want to make him too old. If you give him positive traits, he's gonna get older and older. But I do want him to have a few points in martial and stewardship, as you get kind of annoying malices if you have these very low. But what we really want to do is having a high diplomacy skill. So yeah, let's go for something like 16. And he's 31. Alright. Let's start off and play. So we already have two counties, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, I think, to conquer before we are King of Ireland. Or we can become King of Ireland before that, but I hope in this series we can conquer a whole island. So the first things we need to do is managing a few kind of things that you have to do all the time. So the first things is we gonna pick a character focus. I'm gonna pick stewardship for now. So diplomacy or stewardship would be an interesting point at the beginning, I think. Stewardship +3. That makes sense. Pick an ambition. First thing that we can finish is probably getting married. So we're gonna pick the getting married ambition. And yeah, next step is finding a wife. Let's see if we have cool ones here. As we get half of the stats of the wife as our bonus, we should see if we can find a good one with nice diplomatic and stewardship and maybe even martial. So this one is interesting, and we don't get a big malice here as well, so this is really nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for her. Next step is obviously to fill up these guys. Oh wow, we have a really good Chancellor. Well, most of you are not gonna have a good Chancellor like this, so I'm gonna go through how you can get a better Counselor. For example, you could go into intrigue and invite nobles to court. For 1 gold, you're gonna get random nobles into your court. So with this, you can get a Chancellor maybe up to 10, 11, 12. So if you have a really, really bad Chancellor, you can get a kind of decent one over this option. Other option would be to look for good people. Well, you can check all these kind of cities here and see if there's claimants. And sometimes you can invite these claimants to your court. So for example, if you have here a green thumb up, you can invite them to your court, and sometimes they have this is claimant, so he has a claim on this county, and sometimes you can claim it and kind of use it, and sometimes they have a good diplomatic skill, so that would be another way to get a good diplomat or a good chancellor. I'm actually going to do this right now. I'm just going to take one of these guys. He has very good martial skill, so I'm just going to invite this guy to my court. Then we can play it a little bit. Let's see if we find other cool people around. So I got married. I want some prestige, because prestige will, if you have more prestige, people like you more. So that's really useful. Gold is useful as well, but well, if you can get prestige early on, it's really useful. So let's see. Yeah, we have a few claimants as well. Okay, this guy is not really useful. This one neither. But yeah, I am gonna invite him to my court anyway, because maybe it might be useful later of having some of these claimants in my court. Yep, he might join me as well. Alright, I think we went through most of these claimants here. Alright, so this is kind of the most important character to our whole strategy of winning Ireland, because in this game you can't attack anyone you want to. You actually have to have a claim on something, and to fabricate these claims, this is the job of your Chancellor. So by sorting this after diplomacy skill, you can see this guy has 17 diplomatic skill. I mean, at around 16 plus, you will get 15-16% chance of fabricate a claim. So that's usually what you want to aim for, 16 plus in diplomatic skill for your Chancellor. And yeah, if you can't really find any good Chancellor, the last thing you can do is kind of get a son and train him to be a good Chancellor. That will obviously take a while, but at least then you will have a good Chancellor. But more of that later. For now, we're going to expect you to find some kind of decent Chancellor, or, well, 12 plus, I mean. So let's see where we want to attack first. So for that, we are going to check out our close distances friends here and check out what armies they have. So if you click on the land and check here, you can see they have 270 people, they have 390, they have 500. So this guy seems to be the weakest. Let's check out if he has some allies. Chief of Chaldara, Chief of Dublin. That's these two guys. So if I attack him, these guys might join him and might cause some more trouble. Let's check the same for him. He has 0 allies, and this guy has 0 allies as well. So I think I'm gonna go for, well, let's see. I think I might go for this guy first, because then I can claim. Well, I'm gonna go for this one. He really looks like the weakest one. So let's check. I'm gonna press fabricate claims, press on Briefne, and appoint a marshal as well. Well, let's see. Didn't we get a good marshal? Yeah. So now these guys came, and now I have this really cool marshal with 17. Well, he's not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna send him to train. This guy, he can't really do anything useful yet, so it doesn't really matter. Spy Master is not really important as of yet. So yeah, we actually have a good Chancellor now. We have a good high diplomatic skill ourselves. These are goals you should always try to maintain. And now it's the last step before we can kind of spool forward and try to get some claims done. Wow, I already got my first claim after playing like 2-3 months of time, so this is really good. Well, we should obviously use it, and as soon as we can, we are gonna send him to our next target. He can't get a new job in, well, July, so that's nice, a few months. So yeah, I got my wife now, so I can pick a new ambition. That's gonna be, I want a son. So yeah, let's see what else we can do. Yeah, we have to check our economy as well. So let's check our economy. That's usually done by clicking on your portrait and then this kind of symbol here, which presents your family or dynasty. That will show your realm. This is kind of meager at the moment. Balance +2 per year. So I'm gonna get 2 gold per year, which is really, really bad. So how can we improve that? Let's check. We have 1 bishop here. We have 1 bishop here. So we should have 2 vassal bishops. These guys are not paying us any taxes. They pay taxes to the Pope because they like the Pope better than us. So there's some things we can do about that. For example, we could change the laws. For example, here, church levies, so we could set them on minimum. Then the church people would like us more. +10 church vassal opinion. As this game is all about opinion and how people like us, that's why we really like high diplomatic skill. You can see it here already. He likes us 43, and that's because of, well, personal diplomacy, court chaplain technology. Well, it does not really show the other. Well, this guy, for example, he likes us 19 because of state diplomacy. State diplomacy is what you have plus half of what your wife has plus your chancellor divided by 2, and that's the opinion people will like you by. So that's really, diplomacy is a really good skill to have. And yeah, now we have to make our vassals. There's 2 options on how to handle these guys in the beginning. Either you can just fire them and use the bishop as yourself. I mean, you will not get the perfect amount of money for it. It kind of depends what's better. If they like the Pope really much, about 100 or something, then it makes sense to just fire them in the beginning. And remember, if you this is your demean sides, so if you are able to get another 2 bishops in there, so if I would just fire these guys, I would get I would have 4 out of 5, so this would be actually okay for me. But due to these guys really not liking the Pope that much, I think I can make them like me more. So how are we gonna do that? I'm actually gonna change the law. Church levies to minimum. Okay. Let's let a few days pass. Okay, this guy is really close to liking me. He's probably soon gonna like me more because of the short reign. Malice is going down. And this one actually does need a little bit help. Well, we can just help him anyway. Make this guy master of the hunt. And that's really nothing important, but it will make you will make them like you more. So you can make this guy. How much does he need? Around 20. So we can just make him designated red regent. And this might be bad for you if you are close to dying or getting old, but in this case it's just, you know, to make him happy. Let's see. Let's let a little time pass, and let's see if it worked. Alright, so already now the numbers changed. You can see a little crown here, and that means he pays taxes to us, and he pays taxes to us as well, because he likes us more than the Pope. These numbers, we always have to check up on these from time to time, especially after the Pope died and a new Pope got selected. And here already we can see we have 1 claim now on Briefne, and this is a claim that we can press in war, and then we get this county, this chiefdom. If you already have claims, you can obviously claim them, but in the beginning you usually need to use your Chancellor a lot to get new claims. So let's see, we still can make a spy master. I'm just gonna set him on scheme and send him home. This guy is not really too useful. Well, actually we could use him to build up an army of zealots, and with them we could attack our first target. So this is one way of because we already have one claim, we can now focus on getting an army. So here we have 200 men and here we have 300 men, and this guy has 400 men. So, well, he has better martial than us. Martial skill, state martial is 27, our state martial is 28. Yeah, but most of the times you win battles if you can bring more than twice as much people on the field, or one and a half the amount of people he can bring into the battlefield. That should usually be enough to win the battle. So let's see, we can put the marshal now on Ulaid. Alright, so we can put the marshal on organize a raid as well now. Always takes a little time if you, and this guy on build legend, he can raise warriors as well, 14% yearly. So we're gonna wait until one of these guys spawns an army, then we're gonna attack this guy and take over his country. And for the time being, we can just send this guy around, get more claims done, and yeah, let's just spool a little forward. There's really not much else you can do in the beginning, and just waiting to get someone spawning an army, and yeah, that's really all there is to it at the moment. So my old steward died, so I'm gonna get a new one. Build legend. So we got our first army. This is 300 religious guys. So now we are just gonna declare war on this guy. And then we are gonna raise our siege levies. And destroy his army. Survivor 0. Wow, that was easy. Destroy his army again. My commander is a little sick. I hope he's not gonna die because I don't have a successor. Then the game would be over. Oh well, we got alive again. Victory and offer peace. Voila! We got our first little county. Now we have 3 counties. We can disband this unit, we don't need it for now. Yeah, it's been 2 years and we got our first little county here. There's one bishop here as well, so let's see how much he likes us. Not as much as the Pope, so let's see if there's anything we can do to him to make us like more. Or the honorary title, let's make him some cupbearer. Anything else? Oh well, I thought I gave the designated region to someone else already. But it wouldn't really matter. He isn't high enough in the well, plus 20 would give us 51, so it wouldn't be enough to well, one option how we could deal with this is send our bishop there to actually improve religious relations. So he could either improve the relations with us, or just decrease the relation between the priest and the spiritual leader, meaning the Pope. So this both would be very good for us. So I'm gonna send my court chaplain to Brefne and try to influence this this bishop here to like us more, so he will give us tax money. For now, he does not give us any taxes at all, which is a bit annoying, but well, that's how it goes. We are still decent. We're getting 11 gold at the moment per year, so this is really nice. And yeah, I think this is a good time to pause the video, and basically from here you can just spool a little forward, and every time you get a claim, you can send him to the next county and get a new claim. For now, we aim for getting, well, around taking over around 3 or 4 other counties before it's getting really interesting and before we can alternate on how we're getting new claims. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.